A question for me asks, how do you deal with anger? That's a very fair question, and I'll gladly share it with you. Let me move this camera just a little bit. There we are. Now there's more color around. So, anger is an emotion. It's emotion just like happiness and sadness. Everyone gets angry sometimes. The only part about that is knowing how to handle it in a healthy kind of way. I can go on and on with this topic of things that makes me very angry, but that would take me about, I'd probably say, 48 hours. And according to this duration of this video, we don't have 48 hours. So I'm going to share some little strategies on how to handle anger in a healthy kind of way, so that nobody gets hurt, not even anyone else, and even yourself, even myself, on those kind of areas. So, one of the strategies that I would do, we're talking about strategies for me at this age. So, one of the strategies that would help me with my anger is taking the time to go to a very quiet place. Here, I'm at my little office. This counts as my little quiet place. I like to come here not just for work, but also just to calm down, get my senses back, and start over, as you may. A little bit of a reset button, as you will, when it comes to this room. And it's not just this room entirely, but I also have like a little small room that's a storage space in my house. This little storage space, I call it the cave. Reason why is because it's small. It has a bunch of toys in them, and also some books and some VHS tapes that go along with them. I like to watch those kind of movies, and because it makes me feel good. I like the VHS quality. To me, it just feels right. It just looks right to me when it comes to those kind of to that kind of quality of content. So that's just one example. Going to a quiet place, or just what you call a safe place that you can go to deal with the aggression and the anger. One little safe place can also be at the garage, where you also have a punching bag with you. When I was growing up, we used to have a punching bag that I used to just go over there and just beat that bag until it could no longer stand. Yeah, I just punched it to the ground, even kicking, as a matter of fact. When it comes to that bag, and that was one great strategy for me that helped me with the aggression, helped me with the anger. And I can tell you this that during the time of being a teenager, a lot of times the emotions can get to you. You get riled up. So that's why I felt like it was very healthy for me to release all this aggression and all this anger inside during when I was a teenager. That way it can all be out, and it can be much calmer later on. Not saying that I don't get angry anymore, because believe me when I say that I do. I just the way I kind of see it is that emotions to me are require heavy responsibility. There's a time to be angry, a time to be sad, and a time to get mad. And when you feel like you're getting mad, there's always safe ways of doing these things. Going to your safe place, that's one thing. I would not recommend to go out online or even offline and then just ramble on about why you're so angry, because that would make people kind of uncomfortable in such a way. Not a lot of people really like angry people, so that's not really quite the most socially appropriate when it comes to those situations. However, I do believe in venting, of course, and there is a time and place to vent. Offhand, I can't really quite think of those kind of areas that's socially appropriate at the moment. But one way for me here to vent is to go over to my computer here behind me, and then just write down what's been bothering me. And the cool part about this is that after I'm done writing, I just don't share it with anyone. I just keep it to myself. It is like a way of doing my own therapy in a way. And doing my own therapy here just makes me feel good in such a way. Let off some steam, and not just on the punching bag, but another thing I would like to do is to make videos online, edited videos. I do this just for the fun of it. Sometimes when I'm feeling down, I just like to just go over to my computer and then just make a video for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it, and just makes me feel good after a while. There's always these different ways of to release all these kind of aggressive insides and feelings. Those are just a couple of mine. If you're an artist, feel free to just draw whatever comes to mind when it comes to your emotions, even an anger emotion, because I've seen a lot of the arts that kind of portrays the feeling of anger, and also hearing a lot of music that also betrays anger as well. I see nothing wrong on hearing those kind of songs, as long as you make good choices about those things after listening to them. Sometimes the whole idea of art and music kind of reflects on those aggressive sides, and it's just nice to kind of, in a way, relate to those kind of areas without ever feeling like you have to act upon with those kind of feelings. Just kind of just get off of your heads and then just leave it at there. Of course, you can talk to someone about these aggressive feelings, these feelings of heavy anger, and that can be your parents, sometimes even your teachers, when most appropriate. The one thing that I really recommend is also your counselor. Yeah, for me, I have had my counselor since I was in 3rd grade, and since then he's still a really big help when it comes to these situations. So feel free to contact your counselor if you're feeling very angry at the moment, and you just feel like you just want to talk it out, just want to say what's on your mind. There's nothing wrong with that. There's always appropriate areas where you can do so. A counselor is one of the prime examples of doing so. So, like I always say, everyone gets angry. There is always a healthy way of dealing with that aggression. A lot of times in private, where you can just have it to yourself, blow up some steam on your own. And also, if you feel like you need some extra help, feel free to talk it over with your counselor, sometimes with your teachers when most appropriate, and also with your parents as well. Sometimes even a good friend can help you out with these little situations as well. So I definitely recommend that. And anger sometimes it can't really quite be a very easy emotion to control, but I know that it is possible, and there's always a way to handle these behaviors in a very nice, healthy, and caring kind of way. Thank you all very much for watching, and hope to see you again on the next video. Take care now.